Do you want to know some stats about selling your own home? Then you're going to want to check this out. Stay tuned. Hi, this is Denise from Vivid Lifestyle Realty, your go-to source for all things real estate and lifestyle in beautiful Corona, California, and all of the surrounding areas. And today we're going to talk about selling your own home. You're going to hear the term FSBO, FSBO, or for sale by owner, which is what that stands for. And there's some stats like right away people are inclined to say, oh, I don't want to have a realtor, I don't want to pay commission, I don't want to do this and that. But when your toilet breaks, who do you call? Do you go in there and try to figure it out yourself? No, you call a plumber. So it's the same thing. There are so many levels to real estate, whether it's actual marketing, putting it on social media, doing videos, postcards for around the area, talking to your neighbors, contracts, a lot of contracts. California has pretty much more contracts than almost any state in the United States. So in our, it is a state that has massive amounts of contracts compared to other states. So just those things, legalities, having a lawyer in your corner, having the expertise, knowing whether a buyer is going to be a good choice or whether they're going to fall out, how you go through multiple offers. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So within that realm, you're talking about what if you get a VA loan or they're in the military, the things that lenders are going to require you to do, and then having the price that's right and doing comparatives or comps in the general area for other properties that have sold, that are pending. Just a lot goes into that. Appraisals, setting things up for inspections, and buyers sometimes want a lot of them, like roofing and a home inspection or a chimney inspection. So it's a lot that goes into it. And if it's well thought out and you've gone through everything and you have some kind of a legal background or some kind of a real estate or investment background, and you know the laws and you know the rules and you know the contracts and you know marketing and you know what you need to do to get the property sold quickly at the best price. Sometimes people will say, hey, I want to buy your home. They know them and they will give them a fair price, and they go through that. But I also want to say, working in the industry, just because you know someone doesn't mean that things will go smoothly at all. It can often go south very quickly. And so those are some of the things that, like they say don't lend family members money, just give it to them or gift it to them, because it can be a big thing and cause a lot of turmoil and whatnot. The same thing when people have rented out their home to people that they've purchased. If something happens and they can't pay or they don't want to get out, it can be really exceptionally ugly and can cause a big mess. And so if you've thought it well, if you have it well thought out, if you're going down that path and you really feel confident about things and you're learning and you're taking classes and you're educating yourself, that could be a good choice for you. But even as a real estate agent selling my own home, I'm bringing somebody else in too, because when you think that you can just look at and you're not biased to certain things, you are. And so that's your home. It's everything to you. You're not going to notice some of the things that need repair, or maybe you'll get offended. And it's really just what buyers are going to see when they come in, what is going to sell your house the fastest at the best price. And so is it going to be a headache when you work with a real estate agent when people say it's so easy, I'll make it stress-free? No, moving is never easy. I've said it in many videos before. When I think about packing things up, I get anxiety. So it is really it's hard to move out of something you love and that you've lived in a long time. It's hard to pack up. It's hard to move somewhere else and get readjusted. It's hard to unpack. So when people say we make it way easier, we set up appointments, we know what to look for, we help you, we can provide, boxes and then marketing and then on social media and ads and postcards and talking to the neighbors, those and drop-bys and open houses. We've got so much knowledge and so many things that we do to make sure that your house is way out there. The MLS is another one if you're a for sale by owner. So some statistics just to get it kind of a clear path, where these are stats that you pull up from the National Association of Realtor and other professional environments that know numbers. And so one of the stats that's not surprising, but it could be surprising if you're wanting to sell your own house or if you're in the midst of doing that, but 11% of for sale by owners actually sell their house on their own without a real estate agent. That's a very, very low number. And most of the time it takes longer, it's on the market longer than if you have an agent working with you. Also, because you don't have it flown to all of the places the MLS flies it. A lot of people don't know how to market and put it on social media and do YouTube videos. And so a lot of times, and I will tell you, there's some real estate agents that don't do a lot of that as well. And that just puts your property out there more and more and more. So more eyeballs are on it, more people are interested. And when you target your ads to the specific areas, that really, really helps as well. So there's some things, the marketing side of things, people don't realize. We're real estate agents, that's great, but we're also marketers. We have to know how to market your property and get it out there to the most eyeballs and make it very appealing to a certain group of people and to that certain price range. And so that's a side that's really, really hard for a lot of people. Is that side of it is really hard for people, and they don't think about that, but that's a big part of real estate as well. So 11%, not a great number, and most of the time, because they end up getting frustrated and there's legalities and buyers say they want to buy it but they don't fall through, or they don't follow through, and there's all these different things, there's no follow-up. So then a month later or 2 months later, they're talking to real estate agents. So now you just wasted 3 or 4 months of your time and of paying mortgage and paying utilities, and now having to, pay commissions when you could have been, doing that in the first place. So that's something to consider. The next thing is they usually make about 35% less than when it's sold by a realtor. And when you think about that in comparison to commissions that you might pay, which are 100% negotiable, and that's something that you discuss with your real estate agent back and forth. And if your price is not, or if what you want to pay is not what somebody else wants to, what they think is fair to pay, then you just can say, no thanks, I'm going to use somebody else, or the real estate agent can walk away. So you want to kind of come to a ground that's okay for both of you, that gives you the most money in your pocket, and that also give somebody a commission, the buyer agent or the listing agent, commissions where it's getting sold as fast as possible and at the best price. So when it's a higher price, if you're making 35% less, that covers the commissions and it covers a lot of other things that go into it, and a lot more money in your pocket. So 35% less than if you're usually on average, than if you're using a real estate agent. There's also a lot of times the seller will want to still pay the buyer side a commission, because obviously then it's going to be in a lot more people's ears. It can go, the buyers are getting pulled from all over the place and from the MLS, and real estate agents have access to a lot of things, and buyers that might be looking for things in that exact area or your house exactly, and they can bring those and pull those. For our investment properties in Texas, we have used a buyer's agent and paid the commission fee, and we've tried not paying it. And let me tell you, it's not worth the extra time that it takes to, the time and money that it takes to just wait for your agent to kind of put things up, or because a lot of times they're not going all in either. We go all in, but there's some that don't, and so now you're having to talk to them and see what they're doing. But let me tell you straight up, when we pay for that, things are much faster, they sell much quicker, it's much higher. So then you're just paying a fee, a buyer side fee for something to happen a lot quicker, so you're actually making money rather than losing money. So it to me, in my book, that has helped us a lot. We've tested it, kind of an A/B test, and by far, when we pay, it goes much quicker. They rent it out much faster. So with a lot of your brokerages, you'll have like, I'm with EXP or with Berkshire Hathaway before. A lot of them have their in-house lawyers, or they have lawyers that they use. You pay an E&O insurance, and that kind of has your back if something goes wrong. When you're a seller just selling it on your own, a lot of time you don't have that, and that can be really scary, because there's so many legal things that happen in real estate between, and even picking title companies and escrow companies and inspectors. That all goes into it. You don't think about all those hard things, but we're like, hey, we've got some inspectors. This is their bios. Check them out. Tell me which ones that you like. I'll set up the appointment. We'll make sure they walk through. If I'm there when they're walking through, if they don't check something, I'm on them. If it's an appraiser, I get them comps and everything and hand it to them prior to them walking through, so they know that this is what they're looking at in the area, because they go to many different areas. So if you're prepared, you have somebody that's willing to work hard for you, it does make things move along, and it gives you such more time to pack and move, and less time to worry about all of the rest of the stuff that goes into selling or buying a property. And so legal issues is a big one. And 75% offer of sellers that are selling their own home offer more incentives than if they had a real estate agent, because they feel like the more incentives they give, and they have to say yes to everything, and that is not the case. And we will walk you through what you should do or what you could do, and just suggestions. It's your home, your money, you make the decision, but we'll give you educated things to choose from, and we will give you a list of things and things that, in our opinion, our professional opinions on things, and then you choose what's right or wrong, and what you want to fix and what you don't want to fix, and what is going to go into the transaction, rather than just being like, oh my gosh, we haven't had anybody for 2 weeks, so let's just pay for that repair, pay for that, we'll pay for that. So now you're losing even more money. It's on the market longer. Only 11% sell. So there's a lot of things. Like I said, there's a few people I know that it's taken a little longer and they've gotten less money, but they have sold their own homes with minimal hiccups, but they said if they did it again, they would use a real estate agent. So just some things to think about if you're thinking about that, or if you're in the middle of doing that. So yes, and then one of the things that's really popular, especially in Southern California, is when you purchase a home, usually, and it's not, they don't have to, but usually the seller will pay for 1 year of a home warranty. That way, if something breaks right when you move in, or their oven shuts off, there's not going to be like a battle going back and forth. You have your home warranty. They'll come in, you pay your $50, $100, whatever your deductible is, and usually the buyer side will come up with an amount, and then the seller, you kind of counter offer, and they'll pay for a $600, and this is just a rough number, for warranty for you to use, and you have that for the full first year of your home. And then if you'd like to continue it, that comes out of your pocket. But only 1% of sellers that are selling their own homes for sale by owners, only 1% provide that. And that is a really great thing to have, because you never know if something's 10 years old, 2 days after you move in when it breaks and you don't have a warranty, now that's coming out of your, that $10,000 fridge is coming out of your own pocket, or your $3,000 fridge, whatever it is coming out of your own pocket. So that is a really nice feature to have too. We fight for that, so that sellers can feel like, hey, if something goes wrong, I covered them, and buyers can feel like, hey, I'm covered for the first year. So you can clearly see that selling with an agent can make things more efficient, more organized. You can sell your home faster. and at a higher cost than you could, or a higher price point than you could if you tried to do it on your own. And these are statistics, and it's over and over, year after year after year. Now, I'm not telling you you shouldn't put your own home up for sale, but you just need to be prepared. People think, I just put a sign in and then all of the magic happens. And there is marketing and social media marketing and YouTube and postcards and talking to your neighbors and showings all over the place and lock boxes and hundreds of contracts and legalities so just hiring an agent, just like you price your house, and it kind of, that's going to cover your upgrades that you paid for, or commissions, or marketing, or different things that you're paying for. And that sale of your home is paying for all of that, and then you're walking away with what you want in your pocket so that you can move on to your new adventure and your new home and love what you do, whether you're upsizing, downsizing, and then you can feel happy that everything went smoothly. You also have somebody to ask. I've never had a transaction where I haven't had hundreds of phone calls from my clients, which I encourage and I love. Like, you just want to make sure that you are there for them. If they have, I tell them, never sign anything at all or go forward with anything if you are not 100% sure about it. That's where I come in. If there's something weird or tricky, I have many people, many people at EXP, and just in my group alone and in the whole company, it's 90,000 agents, but we have a massive amounts of people that do so many different things, whether it's commercial or leasing or many things, investing, that I can reach out to in a heartbeat and get a full-blown, amazing definition, answer, solution to things. You definitely want to use your community, and you want to be as knowledgeable as possible, but if something weird comes up, I have people. So like I said, if that's something you want to try out or whatever, but you have to think about time, money. If you're losing money on your home, if you're going to end up using an agent in 3 months anyway, it's just more stress, more money flying out of your pocket, and it's just a harder situation. If that's something you want to take on, you go for it. We're here to help if it doesn't work out. But if you do, if you are going through it, or it's not working out the way that you want, please reach out, give us a call. We're always here, whether it's an hour call or a call 12 times before you decide to do something. We're here as a resource for everyone, and we just want to make sure that, and to provide value and give suggestions, which are just that. If you don't want to listen, even if it's the right thing to do and it's not right for you, then you respect that and you move on. But it's good to know some statistics about selling your own home, because once you get in, everything starts piling up, and it can be super stressful on top of a stressful move. So if you need anything, reach out. You can definitely check out other videos on our YouTube channel that go into more detail about Corona, the community, and the sales of homes and different things like that. There's a ton of them that can provide you some value. Please, if this is interesting to you or you found value in it, if you could please like and subscribe to the channel, like the video, and hit that bell. We'd greatly appreciate it. It helps us out, and it helps us also in the comments and whatnot find out more things that people would like to hear us talk about. And then you can also reach us at Vivid Lifestyle Realty on Instagram and Facebook, and you could check us out on our website at vividlifestylerealty.com, and there's blogs on there. You can search for properties. We also love to hear from you, and if you hear some jingling or some toy throwing in the background, we love dogs. We're passionate about rescuing, and we had 3 big dogs, and at 9 months we rescued them, and they made it to 13. We lost our first baby girl, so sad, in April, Daisy, but our other 2 are still trucking. One's 13, one's almost 14, and I just rescued another one at Animal Friends of the Valleys in Wildomar, California, and if you haven't followed Rocky Kanaka, he's amazing too. Go follow him. And His name's Koa, and he's just the sweetest baby, but he's playing with his toys, being a good boy, but playing all over the place, sliding all over the place. Yes, you are. So sorry about that. But anyway, and adopt, don't shop. If you want to rescue a dog, go rescue one. They're awesome. It takes time and energy, but they're awesome. But yes, you can check us out at all those places. And I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Make it an amazing week, an amazing month. And we will see you on the next one. Bye.